Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning, people. Good morning, everybody. I'm Bren. Welcome to Trades by Bren. I hope you're doing well. There we go. Let there be light. We are day trading SP500 futures. A little bit unclear what's going on. More bullish than bearish. That's for sure. But bulls moving in here to a resistance zone. Resistance means selling. So at the moment, we have a bull flag, potentially. 2 consecutive bull bars going for trend continuation. So reason to be long here. Reason to be long. But as I said, moving into this resistance area. So we're going to wait and watch. We got a micro double top here. Okay. And then we also have a triple top. See that? Double top, triple top. Let's put them in 2 different colors so you can actually see them. So I do want to buy, right? But look, there was a sell-off here previously. There was a sell-off here previously. There was just a sell-off here previously. I mean, as soon as we moved into this area, they're sellers. So if you want to buy, that's not what you want to see. You'd rather, it'd be better to buy down here. And yesterday we did get some up, right? But this area here, right, was a tight trading range, and we just kept running into this resistance, right? It happened 1, 2, 3 times. It actually happened 4 times. So it happened on the open, and then it happened here, and it happened here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instances of sellers up here, right? And now you see it, right? Now you see downward movement. So I'd rather be short than long here. But we are technically in a broad bull channel. So it's a little bit tricky because you've got trading range price action, right? Which means lots of reversals. So we're going up, we're going down, we're going up, we're going down. You see the tails on the tops and the bottoms of the candles? All this, they call this chop, right? If there's a lot of reversals, boom, 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 back and forth, up, down, up, down, up, down, that means we're in a trading range. That's trading range price action. That's the character of the market. That is the structure the market is in. And when the market is in a range pattern, right? That's what that is. You can see it's like a rectangle. So we're in this rectangle and we're just kind of reversing a lot within that rectangle. The way you trade that, what's effective in a range structure, you fade. Okay, so you wait for a strong move, something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, strong move in a direction, then a rejection there, another rejection, right? Micro double top, you could sell that, right? Sell that. You're conservative with your profit target. You take a few points. At least this is what I do, okay? Small profit target, waiting for a move to look like it's getting rejected. It got rejected once here, and then it got rejected again right there, forming a micro double top. And we're right below a resistance zone. So arguably this is a resistance zone. So we could actually mark that. Right. Okay. So reasonable to be short here, and then short a small profit target, which allows you to get out quick. Take quick profits. Boom. Okay. So that's what's effective. That's what's effective when you're in a trading range structure, right? You go for a reversal, expecting a failed breakout. That's essentially what you're expecting, because the bulls are trying to break out. They're trying to blast through this resistance zone, right? But you see evidence of sellers up there. So you wait till we get near that area or in that area, and then you sell, going for the reverse of what's happening, expecting it to fail and reverse in the other direction. That's how you trade a trading range. That's the most clear, most concise explanation I can give you. Now, that is contrasted with the opposite of what is effective in a trend. There are two things the market can do. It can trend or it can range. It can move in a direction or it can go sideways. Two ways of saying the same thing. Trend, moving in a continuous direction. Range, going sideways. We call it sideways. It's a lot of up and down, but it's mostly sideways, okay? Now, what's tricky about this is you have both things happening simultaneously. So this is essentially a broad bull channel, because look, the definition of a trend is that you're getting higher highs, bull trend anyway, higher highs and higher lows. Do you see how this low got higher? Now the low is here. So that's a higher low, right? And then notice this high is higher than this high, okay? And this high is higher than this high, okay? And this high is higher than this high. So you're getting higher highs and you're getting higher lows. That meets the definition of a of a trend, right? You can draw it, okay? Right? So if you're buying anywhere in here, you're making money. However, look at the details here, right? The devil is in the details, as they say. Have you heard that phrase? Definitely applies to trading. The devil is in the details. So what do you notice? Notice that every time we made a new high here, okay, let's compare this high with this high, okay? Notice how far we went. Let's measure it. So I'm going to measure from this high to this high. We went 4 points above the prior high, maybe a little less, right? If we're perfectly precise, 3 points, okay? Barely 3 points. So if you were to buy at new highs, you would, and then that would also, if you were to buy here, right, all the way up here, once it was clearly trending, maybe you bought here after it's clearly trending, after 32, this big strong breakout here, okay, and you were expecting like a larger profit target, you would have had to wait from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 11. You had to wait over 2 hours to make 3 points. Does that sound good to you? Boo! So that's the problem with trading a broad channel like a trend. It's actually better to sell at new highs, right? Because think about it. Wait 3 hours or 2 hours for 3 points, or wait until you get to that prior high. Look, check it out. If you just sold here, right? And you went for 3 points, you get filled immediately. Your profit target would get hit within 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, on the next couple candles, same thing here. Okay, wait till we get to a new prior high. Wait till we make this lower low double top. Look, double top here with here, or double top here with here. Okay, or triple top here, here, here. Okay, and then boom, immediately you're making 4 points within a few minutes. Okay, so would you rather wait 2 hours for 3 points or 5 minutes for 3 points? I don't know about you, but I would rather get that profit quick, right? Of course you would. Of course you would. So you got to be careful, and you got to do what's going to work for you. Shout out to my man Anwar, who's lost, dazed, and confused. Well, feel free to ask questions. And shout out to my man Robin. Having a good day. Good. 3 rules of the chat. Let us know where you're streaming in from. So that's rule number 1. Okay, you put that in the comments. Rule number 2, good vibes only. The internet's filled with negativity. This will not be a place for it. And number 3, what's number 3? Let's talk to each other, not just me. Why? Because we're building a community, that's why. And I need your help. We're gonna do that together. Looking to get short here. Buyers at the moving average though, so it's tricky. Bouncing pretty hard at the moving average. The opposite of what we want to happen is a strong bounce up. Okay, so I'm starting to see this a little differently. Best thing to do though, when this happens for me, is just to not freak out, to be calm, cool, and patient. If we need to reevaluate, we will, okay? So we're bullish, right? And having some second thoughts here on the short position. Don't like the short position because this is actually a lot more bullish than bearish, okay? But let's see what happens as we move into, do you see the area I have marked red? We're gonna see what happens as we move in there. Bear's pretty weak, but moving into this resistance zone, so we could reverse quickly. We'll see. I think my position is correct. I think I just got in a little early, which is typical for me. If this is a strong bear close, we could be in a good position to profit from this trade. Gonna go for 5 points on this guy. Expecting there to be some buyers there, but that's a strong sell signal. Mark that. looks like we're gonna get a move down here. Okay, so 5 points, profited just like that. We didn't freak out. We took the right position. We got short. We didn't get the best entry, right? We did not get the best entry, but we were calm, cool, and patient. And we just realized that we got in a little early. Okay, so that's what happened. I got in a little early, and the entry was clear on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so if you notice here, we were failing, right? We were hitting a top. Bulls were failing, bulls were failing, bulls were failing. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, so after that, I expected us to get the move down there. Now that's not what happened. We got the move down here. Okay, so we had to go up. We had to get a sell signal, and then we had to get another sell signal, and then finally we got the move down. Okay, and what did I do? I just relied on my stop. I put my stop above the high of yesterday, which is fine, right? Reasonable location for a stop loss, and then waited for confirmation. Also was willing to take the loss. That's really important as well. And then we got confirmation there. Very strong sell signal, right? Strongest sell signal in, in like the past hour. So that's really good. And then the sell signal is showing sellers right where we're expecting. You see where I marked it red, that's where this is the area, and it's approximate, but this is the area where we would expect sellers. And I pointed this out to you, right? I pointed this out to you. We're just following the pattern. We're following the pattern of yesterday. Sellers here, sellers here, sellers here. So we're expecting something similar. Okay. Now I got slightly concerned because when I switched, I entered on the 1 minute, and when I switched to the 5 minute, this is what I saw. I saw that, which was a lack of any strong sell signal. Okay. That was the best, and that was the best. So the context was good. The location was good. It's another way of saying that. The location is the context, right? So contextually, like the location, we want to sell up here if we're expecting to, if we're reading this as a trading range and we're expecting the breakout to fail, we want to sell in this area. So the position was correct. Okay. Selling near the top. We're near the top. Does it matter that we got the perfect entry? No. Okay. So we've got the right idea essentially, but we were a little bit too aggressive, which I'm guilty of. And I just waited, and then we actually got confirmation on the close of 8, and that led to a strong move down on 9, 6 point move down on 9. Okay. And I looked at the ATR. The ATR is, if you can see in the bottom left hand corner of my screen, it's 7. I went for a 5 point profit target, and that made sense. Okay. And as you can see, we found buyers down here. So still actually holding to this broad bull channel formation, but it's a little bit, so it's a trading range and it's bullish, and it's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit misleading, right? Because you could see this as I don't know how you might see this, but like, it's hard to know how to trade this if you just look at the chart, because there's a lot of buying and selling, and there's a lot of reversals. Yet there's a bullish bias to this. Like, count how many, if we just go to the open of the day, count how many bear candles that you see versus bull candles. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bull candles, and there's only 2 bear candles so far. Okay, 2 versus 5. You could think of these as points on a scoreboard. So the bulls are constantly scoring points, and they're even defending this price area. So when we get a move down, the bulls start buying. So we're in this formation. We just want to be open to reversals and the direction reversing constantly. So let's wait for that and see what happens here. It's a lot of just watching and observing and being flexible. Trading ranges, you got to be real flexible. I would say trading, you got to be pretty flexible in general, right? Welcome to Trades by Brent. Thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate you being here. Let us know where you're streaming in from in the comments. If you heard me, I'll say it again. Let us know where you're streaming in from in the comments, and we'll shout out your city. after this strong bear bar, expecting a strong move down. We bounced on 9, okay? And now we're getting more down on 10, but let's see what happens. What you can see is that the bulls are buying below bars, right? That's clear. So we went down here, bears pushed the price down, and then you can see that when we got below here, we found buyers here, and the bull shot the price up, okay? And then it happened again, look. Then we were here, and we went a couple ticks below there, and the bull shot the price up, okay? So the bulls are buying below bars, and the bears are doing the opposite. Notice when we got above here, the bear sold, and we got the move down, okay? So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the bulls buying below bars, and we're seeing the bears selling above bars. So that's what we're looking at currently. Very early in the day, so we want to be nice and patient. 1 win so far, 5 points on the P&L. There we go. Okay. That was about what? Short on 5. Okay, so we were out break even on that. Impulsive entry, important to note that for myself. And then let's see, 7 a.m. Confident of trading range price action and very close to resistance / sell zone. Relied on stop loss. Me entering too early is a known habit. So just waited for trade to work. I'd say gave it some time for trade to work. If you guys are not journaling your trades, you're making a huge mistake. Got the strong sell signal on next candle. ATR 7 or 8 points. Went for 5. Got it. Confident. Okay, so that's a long entry, right? Bulls defending the moving average, but we could just as easily do the opposite. Let's mark that. That's a long entry. Trend continuation setup on 10. But I don't want to be buying in this area. I'd buy down here. Also notice we are now getting lower highs. We've gotten one. Yeah. So double top here. Lower low double top. Lower low double top. Shout out to Sun Valley, California. Sun Valley. Is that in Marin County? Are you talking about Sun Valley in Marin County? Notice we're right here at the moving average. That's that blue line. Shout out to Sun Valley. Bears able to build some selling pressure here. Minute left on the candle. Bulls giving up. Probably see a move down here. I mean, that is a signal. I'd rather wait and buy down here though. The bulls are just very strong. So far, right? I think they're probably giving up right now. That's what it looks like. Like as this closes strongly bearish, let's see if the bears take over. Because if you're a bull right now, you're probably giving up. But we also have the bulls defending this higher low. So that could happen as well. This is just tricky. This is tough to trade. Like if I was a beginner, I would be very confused right now. And the thing with being a beginner is like, beginners don't know when to stay out. That's like the most important thing to learn is like when to not trade. The difference between the real, the real, just legendary traders, the ones who are consistently effective over time. You know, they're very clear on when to not trade. It's like one of the hardest things to learn. Shout out to my man Evan. Evan, where are you streaming in from? Let us know your city. We'll shout you out. Also, Robin, where are you streaming in from? Let's go to a 15-minute time frame and see what we can see. All right. 15-minute time frame. Strong sell off. Found a bottom. Slowly creeping up. But still in a range. Right. Going sideways since 9:30 a.m. We've been in this pattern. Yes, the bulls got, you know, strong move on the open, but failing to follow through. So generally though, as you can see, it looks bullish, right? And it's more bullish than bearish. But the bulls are lacking confidence, and you can see that by all the tails every time we get into this area. Okay, so don't make the mistake of thinking that it's more bullish than it looks, or the mistake of thinking that it's more bullish than it is, rather. Are we getting the same thing on the NQ? This is the hourly chart. Let's take that off. Let's take that off. And let's take that off. All right, much better. Okay, so you can see here, 300 move up, 300 point move up. 150 point pullback, another 300 point move up, and then we're just going sideways, right? Bears cannot close below any of these tails. So we can see buyers here, 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 still buyers here, right? Even after this move down, after the bears get consecutive, and then, you know, this, although it looks bearish, I thought it was bearish, right? When I saw it. It's probably the opposite, right? This was probably actually bullish, because look, as soon as this candle closed, we didn't even go below it, and the bulls bought it up, and now the bulls closed above it. Okay, so that's a reasonable long entry. Reasonable long entry, but I don't want to buy into this resistance zone. That might be a mistake, because usually around 12 the market's going to pick a direction, right? So you could just buy that, maybe go for a small scalp, expecting a test of the high yesterday. It's probably what's happening now, but I'm gonna sit this one out. We'll just mark this the buy signal. Let's see if the opposite happens. This is what I would be looking for. Selling above. I have this area marked red because it's a resistance zone. Very strong buy signal here after multiple attempts down. This shows confident bulls right here. Man, you guys are quiet in the chat today. Get that energy up. There we go. Moving into that resistance zone. Double top. Double top on the 1 minute. See if we got it on the 2 minute. Double top on the 2 minute as well. Weak though. You see how weak that buying is? But, you know, we're rejecting down. You see there's a tail on the top. There's a tail on the top. We've got 2 consecutive bear bars. Looks like we're going to get the reversal here. But technically we're still moving up. So I'm actually waiting.
This has its own magic.
I think we have to go a little higher to get the reversal. Or the bulls get the breakout to the upside. I mean, they have 2 consecutive bull bars. This candle a little bit smaller, significantly smaller, about half the size of the first one. So as far as I can tell, we're staying in this structure of trading range price action. So I'm expecting a reversal somewhere around here, somewhere where that, you know, near this red box. Because look, the bulls have not even been able to get above 8. Reasonable location to sell, but looking at the momentum, there is none to the downside yet. All the bears have been able to do so far is just stop the bulls, stop the bulls, stop the bulls. So maybe we go a little bit above here and then we reverse down. That's probably what you could expect, maybe. Honestly, that was the original trade idea. I was selling right there. So we'd be short right now. Yeah. Trigger. We had to get above 8 to trigger. Trigger this out. And buy. So sticking with my original idea, I'm gonna wait till we get up here, if we do, to sell. Because the price just, it looks like it just wants to keep going higher for the moment. It's a great phrase to use in trading, for the moment. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Interesting. Super interesting. Three consecutive bull bars. That's the trade I'm looking for. 4 points. Yeah. Double bottom. That's what we'd expect. Move as soon as we hit that sell zone. Look. That moved quick. See how quick that moved? Bull's buying that. There's your sell signal. Ah. You gotta dance when you trade. That's the secret to consistent profits. Yeah. Just missed the entry, that's all. Bull channel. Higher lows, higher highs. Bulls buying. Pullbacks. If you're gonna sell, better to sell above something. Bathroom break. Be right back. Okay. $50 by 50. That's a magnet. Another buy signal. Reject after bears getting rejected, right? That's a strong sell signal. 15, right? Bears couldn't get that pushed down. So that makes this bullish. Bull's gonna try and get the breakout to the upside. They might get it. But the opposite could also happen, right? The breakout could fail, then we get the reversal down. I think we're gonna get the breakout to the upside here. It really looks like it. But you never know. After 15 failed, right? Sell signal that failed to get any real move down. 15, this is called failed follow through, right? They got big, strong bear close, right? But then they really, price got to the moving average and the bulls are like, fuck you, right? And they start buying again. But let's just wait and see how 17 closes and we'll reevaluate. The bulls are definitely trying to get a bull trend day. Also, we're approaching bar 18, right? We're approaching 8 a.m. and by 8 a.m. there's I think there's about an 80% chance that we found the higher the low of the day. So tempted to get long here. Put more order there and see if it gets filled. So I did get long there, and I do think it is possible that we get the breakout to the upside. I think we get that. However, I'm not seeing the technicals to support that. I'm seeing hesitation here. But if I had to guess, I would say it's going to be a weak. It's going to look weak and it won't be obvious. But we'll still get that push up. Just because the bulls have shown that they're so strong. And the bears failed to get follow through on 15. I just think it's probably going to take a little bit of time to actually, for that momentum to build up, for the buying pressure to build up. That's my assessment. That's my guess. I don't like to guess. But what you can see is that the bulls have thwarted the bears all morning relentlessly, and that the bulls are totally in control. The bulls are lacking conviction so far, but it could happen like very soon, right? If the bulls start getting consecutive closes right now, which it looks like, okay. Okay, it looked like it's happening, baby, but let's see. Right, if this closes bullish, which it is, now you could see the breakout happening. Very strong buy signal. Best setup of the day. Right there. Best looking pair of bull bars all morning. Second one closing on its high, showing increasing momentum to the upside. And remember, I was long here. So if I was still long, I'd be holding right now, expecting a move up here. I called that one. Don't say I didn't call that one. Okay. Now also, just to be clear, right? We could fail and reverse down, but the technicals are showing bullishness. That's all. Shout out to my man Alex P from Las Cruces. Alex P, welcome back, dude. This looks like one of those slow, ugly looking bull trends that just keeps creeping upward slowly. Looks kind of bearish, looks kind of ugly, but it just keeps creeping up little by little. I could see us touching the hive yesterday, because the hive yesterday is always a magnet. Market usually tries to reverse on bar 18. Look at any day on the ES. Look at any day on the NASDAQ. Right around 8 a.m. Pacific, market usually tries to reverse. Wedge top, assuming this closes bearish. Triple top. Wedge. I'll just say triple top. Or not. I said it's looking like an ugly, slow rally. That's the sell signal. Yeah. How was selling the hive yesterday? See if this closes bearish. Okay. So it actually is a triple top now. Triple top. That's a sell signal. Now, what do the bulls do? What are the bulls going to do with a sell signal and a triple top? Well, what did they do here? The bulls bought it. Sell signal, bulls buy. This is clearly a bull trend. It's been clearly a bull trend since 12. 12 is the best entry. I said 16, 17 was the best entry, but that's not true. Best entry's here. This guy, right? If you see strong selling and then the bulls react to that by buying it up, and you get a bull bar closing above that bear bar, that's a fuck you candle. Okay, you guys get my 3 favorite trades. If you can see that link on the screen or in the description, you know my second favorite trade, my number 2 setup, is an FU candle. That's an FU candle, right? Because it closes above the prior bar. The prior bar was big, but it was even bigger, right? So it's the bull saying, fuck you, bears, right? And then we now are trending officially, right? I mean, it was being brought into question by this bear bar. And so that's essentially what an FU candle is. It's like, it ends the debate. It's like, okay, now there's a clear winner in this fight for now. Okay. And so that's what's happened since 12, right? We've gone up. Now there was a little pullback here, but look what happened. The bulls bought it. So, the real question right now is, will the bulls get the breakout to the upside? They've got all of these points of resistance up here, but bulls probably coming up to try and test this big round number. Big round numbers are magnets. So let's see what happens. And as I said, the market usually tries to reverse around bar 18. So it's trying. But will it succeed or fail? So far, failing. But we're 50 seconds away from another micro double top here. Bulls buying into the close. I'm really not seeing anything convincing from the bears. Yeah, no. This is still bullish. Remember I was long on 15? Yeah, I'd still be long here. Slow morning. Since 7:20, we've gone up 15 points. Let me know what you guys are trading. You guys trading this morning, or are you just hanging out and watching? If you're trading, let me know what. Tell me what you're trading in the time frame. Put in the comments. See if the bulls can break through this resistance zone. They're trying. And they're making good progress. Did not draw this very well. That's better. ATR shrunk to 3. What a cool beat, huh? There's just weak bears, right? Like the bulls are just controlling this thing. Evidence pointing to the bulls getting a successful breakout. But we really can't say that we got the breakout until we get it. So that's the rule. There's no breakout until we get the breakout. You can't hope for something to happen. You need evidence. You need some sort of setup. Now, if you're long, you have reason to be long because the market is clearly trending up. But for me to be holding long right now, I need to see something that would convince me. Because right now we're at the top. And I'm only going to buy at the top unless it's very clear that the market's strongly bullish and the bears are trapped. This happened yesterday. And I did buy high yesterday. Where did I buy? Here. Okay. I bought above this candle. Okay. That's high, right? I bought above 32 yesterday. I bought right here. That was after the market already moved 25 points up. That's a terrible location if you're trying to buy low and sell high. That's not buying low, that's buying high. So why would I do that? I did that because look at 32. There were bears trying to sell. And when I saw 32, I know that the bears were trapped. And when one side's trapped, that's when you get a successful breakout. And so that's what happened here. 32 exploded to the upside, closing on its high, trapping all these bears. Bears that had sell orders here, here, and here. And so I got long here, expecting a test of the opening price, of the day. And that's exactly what happened. So that's a good reason to be long, but if I'm going to be long, I need to see something convincing like that. This is, look at the tail on top of 19, look at the tail on top of 20, right? It could just be one of those weak trends that keeps going and going. Weak looking trends. These apparent, like perceptually weak trends, but they only look weak. There's something called a small pullback trend. Small pullback trends look weak because there's a lot of tails on tops of bars and they're constantly forming tops. Small pullback bull trends are constantly forming tops. But they just keep working higher and higher and higher. So they look weak, but they're actually really strong. And that looks like what's happening. Looks like what we're in. Because, look at 15. 15 would make it seem, this big, strong bear bar closing on its low would make it seem that there's selling pressure, right? That there's strong sellers and the bears are, the bears have some sort of control. But as soon as we got that, it actually triggered a move up, stronger move up. So let's measure this move down. Okay, so that's a 6.5 point move down, 15. But immediately after, it triggered, a 10 point move up. Okay, So now bulls breaking that high of yesterday. I like this beat. You got to journal your trades, guys. Okay, so that was the trade I was looking for. 3 points. Yeah. You're getting it. And that's why I was not trying to buy there. There it is. I want to sell that. But I think the move might be buy that. Bulls buy. Exactly. Yeah. Sell signal, no follow through. Sell signal fails. Sell signal, no follow through. Sell signal fails. Sell signal can't even close past its midpoint. So that's more of a buy than a sell. Now, if you sold the high of yesterday, right? If you sold up there, you could have made 3 points there, but notice bulls bought that up. So still looking like the bulls are going to break out to the upside, right? Because the bears eventually are going to give up, which gives the bears eventually give up, and that gives the bulls an opportunity to trap the bears. So possibility number 2, the bears get the rejection down, and we stay in this trading range, rejecting at the high of yesterday. Also possible. You know, if one sell signal fails, another sell signal fails. It's actually one here. So 1, 2, 3 sell signals fail. The fourth one, well, one of them's going to succeed eventually. But I don't like entering with those kind of premises like, well, it's bound to happen, right? No, I like evidence. I think we're in a small pullback trend, which means bulls will buy below things, right? So if you're a bull, you put your buy order below 21, right? If you're a bull, you put your buy order below 15. So that's what you can see is happening all through here, right? Bulls bought below 11. Okay, so what look like sell signals, and they're really just bear bars. Okay, right? They're bear bars. They're evidence of selling, but they're actually buy signals, right? That was a buy signal for the bulls. That was a buy signal for the bulls. I'm stuck on this beat. 3, 2, 1, go. Bitcoin. Buy signal failed. There would be a buy signal for trend continuation. Instead, we're rejecting down. So starting forming a trading range here. Now bears getting consecutive closes for the first time since 7 o'clock. Okay, so it's been an hour since the bears have gotten 2 consecutive closes. Tempted, executed, canceled. So that would be the trade there. What's something we know about bull channels? They're constantly testing the bottom of the channel. They consistently come down and test the bottom of the channel. You see that's how we're doing it now? Price coming down to test the bottom of this channel. So it's that bottom trend line. Right. And that test happening now, it's going to tell you how bullish this is. Wouldn't have even gotten 3 points on that guy. So I'm glad I did not take that. Always pays to be patient. You guys know this, right? Always pays to be patient. It always pays to be patient, babies. Oh. So that's what you see happening, guys. Bulls buying below things. So if you're a bull, you see 2 consecutive bear bars, you put your order there. So notice the reference point of the moving average, right? We just touched the moving average and boom, 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 exploding to the upside, getting the breakout. So that's all it took, was a touch of the moving average, and look at all the buyers there. Boom! We just raced up 6 points in what, 60 seconds? I think you could probably sell that for a small scalp. 3 points, by the way. But I will not. Let's see if there's buyers at 50%. Didn't even get there. Like I said, probably coming up to test this guy. Closing above the high of yesterday, so that's good for the bulls. Testing the top of this bull channel. Okay, question. Question from Danny. Danny, how do you learn trading from Al Brooks, his books or his videos? Well, I think you do the video course first, because you can see the actual videos and you can see the actual charts, and it's a lot easier, I think, for most people to learn from a video than it is from a book. So I think you do that. It's a very, very long, very big course, and that'll take you quite some time. And well, I don't know what you should do, man, but I can tell you what I did. I went through the course multiple times. That took a really long time. And it took me probably a year or more just to be able to understand what he was saying, because there's a lot of language in trading, and you have to learn the language of the financial markets and the language of trading specifically, right? Remember I said, I'm probably gonna come up and test this big round number. So I would start, what I did is I started with the video course, and I did that a couple times, more than that probably. Took a lot of notes, watched the videos a lot of times. Every day I'm trading on Sim, right? So this is my first year. So I'm watching the videos, and then every morning I'm practicing, and I'm also checking out his trade room, right? So then you can see Al trade live and actually do what he teaches in the course. That would be the first step. Then after that, then I would look to go to the books, right? Or you could start with the book if you want. I mean, reading Price Action Bar by Bar is a great book, and you could just skip to chapter 15 and learn the best trades. That's a probably quicker way of doing it, but I don't know if you're going to understand what you're reading. That's the problem with doing it that way. You're probably going to need some fundamentals. So you probably need some of the more fundamental concepts, which is taught in the course. Does that answer your question? Okay, bull's getting the breakout to the upside. So exactly what I've been calling all morning, noticing that the bulls were buying below things. Trading range here, right? But then the bull trend actually started here. Here's what happened. Okay, it's always obvious in hindsight, isn't it? So trading range here. Okay, so that was the trading range. Right? Move up, trading range here. Then since 12, now we're in a bull trend. Okay, so that's how we're moving. And you could probably do this like this maybe. Like that, right? Sideways. Bull trend on the open. Bull breakout on the open, rather. Bull breakout on the open. Sideways. Channel up. Okay, so spike. So this is a common pattern. Al Brooks actually teaches this, right? Spike, pull back, channel. Okay, spike, pull back, channel. Typical. You see that on every chart all the time. Breakout failing. Look at that. Breakout failing. Interesting. You're welcome, Danny. Thank you for your question. Where are you watching from, Danny? What's your city? Isn't that interesting? 2 consecutive bear bars. Second one bigger than the first one. Gaining momentum to the downside. on the 1 minute chart, we've got 3 consecutive bear bars now. Possible sell. But will the bulls buy it? That's the question. Is that enough for the bulls to panic out? Or is it just a pause? Pull back. Buying. Let's watch this 1 minute chart and watch this close. Okay, let's see if this closes bullish. We got 27 seconds. This bar is going to close bearish or bullish. Let's see. See if the bears get a 4th close. Notice on the 1 minute chart, we're looking at the 1 minute chart. Last time they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It wasn't, you know, it's been like hours since they've gotten consecutive closes like that. All of this in here was very bullish, right? They got 2 consecutive closes, but then the bulls bought it. Like the bulls were just in control this whole time. Okay, so 16 closes. So that's actually a buy. It's more of a buy than a sell. If we just let that one go. If you're holding long, 24, 25 are interesting. It's like, how do you read that? I don't actually know. I don't know, right? If you're bullish and you see 24, 25, what are you thinking? I don't know. Because they're neutral, right? They're just basically, there's like no bar body. I guess you could just consider them neutral. So not good for the bulls or the bears. You could just consider it kind of like void. You could just say 24, 25 have no predictive value. If there's no bar body, that means neither the bulls or the bears were able to really do anything conclusive. Danny from Iran. Amazing. Iran. Excuse me. It's pronounced Iran, right? Bulls getting the push up. So that would be the trade. You'd get long above 23. So Danny's asking if I would recommend something else before Albrook's. I would not. There's an Albrook's mini course. So you could start with the Al Brooks mini course. He's got like a small abbreviated course that is way shorter. And you can start with that. It's hard to find, but you can find it if you look. 26 strong bull bar closing on its high. Bear's getting trapped now. And bull's getting the successful breakout. Successful breakout on 23. Successful breakout on 26. Bears tried to sell here, failed. Okay, so now that's how I'm interpreting 24, 25 as, well, 25 anyway, as a failed attempt from the Bears. Couldn't even get a bar body. Remember, I wanted to get long, and I did get long here. See if the Bears sell here. This is just, so these small pullback trends are so tricky, guys. They're just so tricky. Danny is asking about supply and demand. Here's what I think. I think if you want to trade profitably, I think if anyone wants to trade profitably, they have to learn how to read price action. Period. There's just no way around it as far as I'm concerned. You could study supply and demand. You could study support and resistance. Basically the same thing. You could study Al Brooks. You could use exponential moving averages. You could use Bollinger Bands. You could use a volume profile. You could study ICT. But how are you going to trade profitably if you don't pick a way of reading the price action? Here's what I did. I picked one and I just decided to stick with it. And that's it. Okay. One of the biggest beginner mistakes is they strategy hop. Strategy hopping is a real problem because it takes like a long time to learn a strategy and then even longer to learn how to execute it. So if you're constantly changing your strategy, it's just going to take you so much longer to actually get good at this than it is someone who just picks someone they trust, someone that they see as credible and reliable, which is hard to find, very hard to find, because there's a lot of, oh my God, there's a lot of shenanigans in the trading game, isn't there? There's a lot of scammers, let's just be honest. But I took someone named Al Brooks. The guy's been trading for 35 years. He's written 15 books. He was an eye surgeon with 100 peer-reviewed academic published papers in eye surgery before he even got into trading, okay? And he's been publishing a blog for 15 years. And he It's just, how could you find someone more credible? They call him the godfather of price action, right? And if someone's been doing this, he trades live in his trade room, right? He used to do it every single day. Now it's like once a week, but he was trading live all day for like 15 years, man. Like, when ICT does that, then I'll be interested in ICT, right? When ICT is willing to trade live for 15 years, Monday through Friday, that's when I'll trust someone, okay? So my point is not to sell you on Al Brooks, although I think he's the best. My point is to say, pick someone that you trust, be very, very picky, find someone and stick with them. That's my advice. That's what I would do. You get to do what you want. This is trading. One of the best things about trading is you get to do things however the hell you want. You have total freedom to do things however you want. But that's what I did. And because of that, I did not suffer from the cancer of strategy hopping. So you can save yourself that pitfall and just find someone who you think is credible and trustworthy. And for me, that's someone who's been doing this for many, many years, and someone who's willing to trade live. Okay, if you're not trading live like ICT, I'm very, very skeptical, and also I'm not interested, man. Like, if all you talk about is theory, and you don't actually show yourself doing the thing, I'm not interested, right? Now you can go to the Al Brooks trade room and you can literally purchase recordings of the last 10 years. So pick whoever you think's credible, stick with them, and I think you'll be all right. My man Alex P says he agrees. Glad to hear it. Alex P, whose strategy do you trade? And, you know, no disrespect to anyone that trades ICT if you do. I'm just speaking personally, like my filters. Everyone has their filters, but if you have different filters, I respect that. Okay, so bears selling at the top of the channel, bulls buying, which shows you what has been true all morning, which is that we are strongly bullish, even though it's a slow moving trend, which I've been calling out all morning, right? I was like, this looks weak, but it's really strong, probably. And that's characteristic of a small pullback bull trend. And you're constantly making tops, right? Top. But instead of the market reversing, which it usually does when you form tops, at least to some degree, the bulls actually buy it, and it's the opposite. Okay, so those pullbacks are buying opportunities, and it just keeps slowly grinding the price higher and higher and higher and higher. And I think we'll probably get to that 55.50 because it's a big round number and it's a magnet, and you know, it's just it's a prior high that we're gonna probably come up and test. Yeah, Alex P says he just trades price action. So that's what I like. I like price action. You know, the candles, the closes, they'll tell you everything you need to know. And if you look at volume and all that stuff, it's trying to do the same thing. It's trying to help you understand what the price action is telling you, but you don't need to look at those other like supporting things if you actually understand the primary thing. Those are all secondary. But you can save yourself some time if you just, it's harder than just putting an indicator on your chart and having it do the thinking for you. But if you're willing to do the thinking, willing to do the hard work, right? The mental hard work of learning how to interpret the closes and the context. That's all price action is. You have closes, tells you buying and selling. That's all the candle tells you. And you have context, right? So you can see the patterns that are forming right now, and you can see the patterns that were forming previously. And you put those two things together, context, past candles, momentum, current candles, put them together, that tells you, that's how you read price action. And every indicator, every other method attempts to help you do that. But a lot of people want the easy route. And that's what Danny asked about. The easy method. No. Danny, there's no easy method. I mean, you can try an easy method, but your likelihood of succeeding is very low. Because this is not easy. And if you go with an easy method, you're just going to be leaving out information. You're just going to be suffering from failing to understand some of the details of what you're dealing with. And it's not a recipe for success. Taking shortcuts and cutting corners with something that's enormously difficult like this is a recipe for failure, not success. In other words, fuck easy. Do you feel me? In other words, fuck easy. You feel me? Not because I don't like easy. I love easy. Who doesn't like easy? But this isn't easy. So all I'm saying is if you try and make it easy, it's not going to work because it's not. It's hard and you got to accept that. And the more you're willing to accept that, the easier trading will be. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? I'm so bored right now. This is such a slow moving trend. Okay. When I get restless, I'm tempted to get reckless. So we're going to end the stream there. Thank you for being here. My name is Bren. I hope you've had a good time with me. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful for you. I really am. If you want to get my 3 favorite trades, hit the link on the screen or in the description, and I'll tell you the patterns I look for. Okay, my 3 favorite trades, including the patterns I look for, how I set my stop loss to limit my risk, and how I set my profit targets so that I can get out before it's too late. Hit the link on the screen or in the description if you want to get that, and I give it to you for free just to say thank you for being a part of this channel, and thank you for being a part of this channel. My name is Bren. You can also get access to Top Step if you're interested. I'm trading with Top Step today, and often I will. You can see that through TraderVate. So I trade with Top Step, and that's a prop firm. And if you're interested in getting info on that, hit the link in the description as well. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Much love. I will be back Thursday at 7 a.m. I do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So if you enjoyed yourself, I invite you to come on back, and I welcome you back. I'll see you on Thursday, 7 a.m. Pacific. I'm Bren. West Side till I die. Peace out. West Side till I die. You guys remember that? Catch you later, y'all. Thanks for being